Welcome back to the Word Expanded, the Gospels. We're finishing up Matthew chapter 15. Here's the last section. It says, Then Jesus called the disciples to him and said, I have compassion on the crowd because they have been with me now 3 days and have nothing to eat. I am unwilling to send them away hungry, lest they faint on the way. And the disciples said to him, Where are we to get enough bread in such a desolate place to feed such a great crowd? Jesus said to them, How many loaves of bread do you have? They said, 7 and a few small fish. And directing the crowd to sit down on the ground, he took the 7 loaves and the fish, and having given thanks, he broke them and gave them to the disciples. The disciples gave them to the crowds, and they ate, and all were satisfied. They took up 7 baskets full of broken pieces left over. Those who ate were 4,000 men, besides women and children. And after sending away the crowds, he got into the boat, and he went to the region of Magadan. You look at this story, a very familiar story. We all know about the feeding of the 4,000, feeding of the 5,000. We might get the number of fish and loaves mixed up. But Jesus looked at this crowd and he had compassion. He could have sent them all away and made them all satisfied without giving them any food. He's the God of the universe. He could do that. Right? He could have looked at them and said, fasting for me for 3 days is worth it. And just send them home hungry. But he had compassion on them. He didn't go through and decide who's worthy, who's not worthy. He had compassion on the whole crowd. Some of the people there probably were antagonistical in nature. Some probably didn't listen. They were only there for what Jesus could do for them. Some of them were there because they were wondering. Some of them were there because they really, truly wanted to know Jesus. Whatever the reason, he had compassion on all of them. Are you that way? Do you look at a groups of people, do you have compassion on them? Or do you single out who you think is worthy of your compassion? Do you look at a situation and somebody's really struggling and they're hurting, and you analyze why they're hurting? Is this self-imposed? Did they do it? Or do you just simply have compassion on them? Compassion is such an important thing. God says he's going to have compassion on who he wants to. He doesn't answer to you and I. You and I, we're to look at people, we're to have compassion, and then we're to want to feed them. We don't want them to go away faint. We should want to take care of them. Again, it is not predetermined on what they've done with their resources, how long they were sitting there. Those people who got there 2 days in, did they get to eat too? How about 1 day? How about a few minutes before? Did they get to eat? Did they just hear the dinner bell and come? We don't get to predetermine who is worthy of Jesus. Nobody's worthy. No, not one. Jesus is worthy, and he thinks you're worth it. 2 weeks in a row I've been on this because it's so important. Quit trying to decide whether somebody is worthy of your compassion or not. When God says, have compassion, when you see yourself having compassion for somebody that maybe nobody else is, and everybody else thinks, don't do it, they're going to use you, they're going to misuse you. Maybe God is calling you to have compassion. So are you willing to let God have compassion on who he wants? And are you willing to let him use you to feed them? He does all the work. He just wants to use you. Are you available for him to use you? Chew on that. See you next time right here. The Word Expanded. The Gospels.